Hey mate, I'm Alex.
And I'm Gaston.
Welcome to Power Mate.
This is the place to learn and share about Fabric and Power Platform. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel with your friends and colleagues.
Well, welcome back, Power Mate. In today's video, we are diving into the powerful feature that can enhance your Microsoft Fabric journey. If you're ready to take your data visualization to the next level, stick around as we walk you through the process to enable Fabric in your organization step by step. So let's get started, Gaston.
Awesome. Let's go to my screen. And as you can see, first of all, remember that you need to go to app.fabric.microsoft.com or app.powerbi.com. First of all, you need to access the admin portal within the Power BI tenant to be able to enable Fabric. That means that you need to click on this option at the top right corner here, settings, and then go into the admin portal. Just in case, remember that in the left pane here, if you see all these artifacts and all these tabs and options here, that means that you are an admin portal. If you see only a couple of options here, you need to go back and ask for an admin access into your Power BI portal because that means that you're going to be looking at some of these options. First option to enable Fabric to your entire organization, you're going to be clicking on the tenant settings here, and then this very first option at the top, Microsoft Fabric Preview, you're going to be open this option to toggle this up, and that option is going to be enabling Fabric for your entire organization. Good, Alex?
Yeah, that's a good start. Okay, so let's say I just want to allow my Power BI or Fabric champions to use Fabric. So how to just enable Fabric to those particular users?
That's a really interesting question, and this is one of the questions that I've been kind of connecting the dots with clients, colleagues, and friends that they've been trying to enable Fabric, but not for the whole organization, only for a selected members of groups. My advice here is first, go to your Azure Active Directory, create an AD group, add all the members that you need, Power BI champions, Fabric champions, all of them that they are going to be enabled artifacts within your Fabric tenant. Then after you create the AD group, you can go back and let's go to my screen again. So I can share here that by default, you can enable Fabric for the entire organization. But after you create the AD group that I mentioned before, you can go directly to this specific setting here and you can specify all the security groups that you create in your AD group and AD Azure Active Directory groups. So you can enable only Fabric for that selected members on those AD groups. That means that every time someone on those groups jump in into the Fabric tenant or the Power BI tenant, they are gonna be the only ones that gonna be creating artifacts like lake houses, data flows, data warehouse, or custom queries, and so on.
Oh, that makes sense. So I, I'm a little bit confused because I need to talk with the Azure admin, with the Power BI admin, both. I'm really confused about that.
Gotcha. I got your back. You know, for now, and based on what I shared before, I was only discussing about the Power BI admin portal.
Okay.
Now then, let's go back to my screen. And there's another option in the left pane here that names capacity settings. If we see this option capacity settings, that means that you can isolate all the artifacts on the Fabric capacity, getting your own Fabric capacity to assign to your workspace. That means that in this case, in capacity settings, you can see that I have a trial version, couple of trial version for fabric, and then I have this option here to enable fabric capacity. How am going to be purchasing those fabric capacity? I can go to my Azure portal. Let me go there. And in my Azure portal, as you can see in the top, the latest Azure services for me, one of them, and I can search for that, of course, I can create my own Microsoft Fabric capacity, going from the F2 capacity until F24 8 capacity. So there's a lot of option in terms of sizing, CPU nodes in capacity for Fabric. So you can create your own capacity in your Azure portal. As you can see here, I am sharing all the details that you need to put in place to create your own Fabric capacity, your resource group, your subscription, your capacity name, region, sizing, and so on. After you create your capacity, you can assign the capacity in your Power BI tenant. So means that there's a mix. For some purposes, you need to go and talk with the Power BI admin to enable Fabric. Then you need to go to the Azure admin if you want to create your own Fabric capacity.
Oh, okay, okay. That answered my question. So Gaston, at this point, I create Fabric capacity in the Fabric portal. So now, how do I assign the Fabric capacity to a Power BI workspace?
Awesome question. Let's go back to my machine and I can explain step by step on that process. As you can see, I am still with my Power BI tenant. Now I am hitting the workspace here and I'm hitting this specific workspace that I already have, the custom premium workspace. I can go here and with this option of workspace settings, check this out. I have option to manage my premium assignment on the workspace settings. So every single workspace in Power BI, I can go here and enable this option of Fabric capacity here, and then assign the capacity for my Fabric capacity in the workspace settings. That means that you can link every single workspace with a different Fabric capacity if that is up to you. Uh, in some way, around the governance layer here, if you want to isolate the whole Power BI practice for the other workloads for different roles and personas like Lakehouse, Data Warehouse, ML experiments, custom queries, and so on, you can assign by workspace your own Fabric capacity for those artifacts. So that means that you can engage your Fabric capacity by workspace settings in your tenant.
Well, that's great. Okay, PowerMate, that wraps up today's episode. We hope now you have a clear the steps to enable Microsoft Fabric in your Power BI tenant, and of course, the potential of combining Power Platform and Microsoft Fabric.
Stay tuned because in our next episode, we will be moving forward with the topic of Fabric pricing and SKUs.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and join us on this journey.
Together, let's unlock the full potential of Power Platform and Microsoft Fabric.
Yeah.